Hi, my name is Dikshant Malla, and I'm a freshman at Johns Hopkins University, and I debated 4 years at the Baltimore City College in Baltimore, Maryland, under the Baltimore Urban Debate League. First, I would like to say thank you all for being here, and especially thank you to Ms. Linda Listrom, the NAUDL staff, and all our sponsors for making this night possible, and especially making this weekend possible. Without all your support, Urban Debate would not be what it is today. Sophie and I have been asked to introduce the Baltimore Urban Debate League, or as many of us in Baltimore like to call it, the BOODLE, to accept the League of the Year award. And I think that for both of us, that requires us to explain how we became involved in debate, because without the support of BOODLE, neither of us would have been here today. For me, it started my second day of high school. Mr. Daniels, the Baltimore City College debate coach, walked up to me and said, "I hear you talk a lot and you're very loud, so I think you should join the debate team." Oh, and by the way, my name is Mr. Daniels. I'm the debate coach. Initially, I was a little hesitant to debate because I didn't think I was intelligent enough, and quite frankly, a random teacher had just walked up to me and asked me to debate, and I was very scared of that. However, soon enough, I decided that I would go to one tournament because my English teacher bribed me with extra credit, who conveniently happened to be friends with Mr. Daniels. Anyways, debating at that one tournament made me realize that I'd found my passion in life. You see, I love debate. I think debate has provided me with something that it's so indescribable, because debate has provided me with a platform where I can really voice my concern. Debating at the BOODLE in particular has made me stand up for what I believe in and use my voice for something productive. Our junior year, both Sophie and I participated in a movement to reinstate a local mentoring program at a correctional office led by the leaders of the Beautiful Struggle, which was founded by former BOODLE alums Davon Love, Adam Jackson, Devrick Murray, and Lawrence Grand Prix, who work to fight for justice within the Baltimore community at large, and still do that today. And I distinctly remember that we were standing outside the correctional office for over 3 hours, and we had not received a response yet. Eventually, we were called up to the office and threatened to be called the police on because we were causing disruption. Even though we were not successful that day, one thing became very clear to me. I realized that none of this would have been possible without debate. I realized that debate had given me a confidence to speak up, and just made me realize that it was okay to be loud. It was okay to talk a lot and just voice my concern about issues that really mattered within my community. And I really thank the BOODLE and debate in particular for providing me with the confidence to realize that if I want to see a change within my community, I can be the change that the community needs. Sometimes, I admit, it's hard to find this safe space and to find this place where I can find this platform, because debate is not accessible to everyone and it's not accessible everywhere. However, I credit the BOODLE for providing me with a lot of support. I consider BOODLE to be more than just an organization. BOODLE has and will always be a family to me. I seriously cannot express how grateful I am for both the financial and emotional support that they've provided me with. Prior to my senior year, I planned on attending the prestigious Dartmouth Debate Institute, and even after a very generous financial aid package, my parents could not afford to send me to the camp. And that's when BOODLE stepped in and provided me the financial support to learn from the best. And besides just financial support, BOODLE has helped me create beautiful friendships with people that are going to last for a very long time. Without BOODLE, I would have never met people like Lauren, who was our college council coordinator. And during Hurricane Irene in 2012, she sat with me for 8 hours in her office, helping me with my college application process, and then wrote me a marvelous recommendation that eventually got me into Hopkins. And I would have never met people like Chris Barron and Shannon Watson, who drove 12 hours in the middle of January from Baltimore all the way to Georgia just so we can compete at a debate tournament, and took time off from their work so that we can tour colleges in Georgia because they cared about our future. I think that, besides just the support that BOODLE has provided us with, I also think it's really important to emphasize the excellent debate program it has established. BOODLE alums have gone on to win major national tournaments. Just last month, BOODLE alums Amina Ruffin and Corey Johnson became the first African-American female team to win the cross-examination national debate association championship. And at the national debate tournament, 7 teams were comprised of former Boodle debaters. 2 in particular, Corey Johnson and David Newsat, competed at the 2012 National Urban Debate League Championships and were, and broke at this tournament, competing in the elimination rounds. So this just goes on to show how Boodle is not only about, it's not only about fostering a close-knit community. They've also created a lot of success in terms of, having a lot of successful debaters compete at the highest level. Besides just competitive success, Boodle has also created leaders within our community. As I mentioned earlier, the leaders of a beautiful struggle, which was started by former Boodle alums, they continue to fight for justice within Baltimore, and I think it just shows what Boodle is truly about. Boodle is a community that is full of love, passion, and knowledge to the community of Baltimore at large. And, I think this is not, and I'm very glad and grateful to be a part of this community. And I think that this is seen, Boodle tends to emphasize this one thing, which is that, you need to give back to the community you come from. And I think that this is seen through the various alums who have gone on to coach high school and college programs, such as, Chris Randall, who debates at Rutgers and coaches the New Jersey Urban Debate League, and Nick Brady and Devin Cooper, who are Boodle alums that have started a new program that have been very successful in this past debate season. And also Ignacio Evans, who coaches for Towson University, as well as St. Paul, as well as coaches Ion, who's from St. Paul. So this just goes on to show how Boodle is really this community that tries to not emphasize so much success in terms of let's win awards, let's get recognition at these tournaments, but it's about creating a relationship and creating these friendships that last for a very long time. And without an organization like Boodle, I would have never been able to form other relationships with people like Mr. Daniels, who made debate a reality for me, because I would not have been able to afford to attend all these tournaments. And we were grateful enough that we didn't have to pay to go to these tournaments because, we had an endowment program set up because of the opportunities that were created for us. And I would have never met people like Fernando Kirkman or Lawrence Grandprix and Amina Ruffin, who coached us all throughout high school and, stayed up late at night just so they can read articles for us and explain to us what those articles meant. Lastly, I would like to thank Sophie for being an amazing friend. Just 2 weeks ago, I had to write this college essay, and if you know me, you know that I do not do English. I do not know how to, grammar is my enemy. So she stayed up until 2 a.m. helping me write an essay for a college that she does not even attend at, and for a class she's not taking, and for just dealing with a lot of craziness that I put you through on a daily basis. So thank you for that, because you are the best. And lastly, I would just like to say one thing to all the debaters that are competing this weekend. Just have fun. Debate is not just about competitive success. Yes, this is a national tournament, and yes, you are the best of the best. But I think that one thing that y'all need to remember is that, the Urban Debate League is not, it's not so much about winning the national championship as much as it's about cultivating these relationships with, people around you. Don't let debate success be contingent upon winning awards. Rather, meeting these people, meeting these amazing, intelligent youth leaders just like yourself, and just engage with them, and good luck.